What it do, world? What's going on with y'all? I'm in this kitchen again today. About to fry some fish in my air fryer. I got some tilapia. I got this from my mama. I don't even eat tilapia, but I guess I'm eating it today. But it's some tilapia, catfish, and some whiting mixed together. We had a little fish fry a few weeks back, and I got this from her. I think this is tilapia right here, but I'm not sure, so I can't pick it out. I know once I taste it though, but I think that's it. And this the whiting for sure. That's it looks different. I might as well do a story time. Okay. Do I got? Yeah, I got to do a story time. I'm not doing much. I'm just frying this fish in the air fryer and making me a baked potato. So, okay, let me see what's today's story time. Today's story time is, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got in a wheelchair. And I'm gonna tell you about my time, how I got in the wheelchair, and my time, what I can remember, while I was in the hospital. Okay. Well, first of all, I was shot. It was a drive-by shooting. You know, just a normal day, walking down the street or whatever, you know. But yeah, somebody came through shooting, and I was the one that happened to get shot. Now, I got shot in my thigh, like my inner thigh. The bullet like ricocheted off the ground and bounced, ricocheted off the ground and went in my thigh at an angle, and the bullet ended up stopping in my stomach. But of course, that came after, I believe, the body got moved and all that, because they tried to take me to the hospital. But whoever was driving, I don't know, I passed out. Whoever was driving, from what I was told, the guy, he got nervous, and they took me back out the car and waited for the ambulance to come. And through that time, I believe when it took me out the car, when they took me out or put me in one of them, I got a gash in the back of my head. So I believe my head hit the ground or the car. They're trying to get me in one of them. Somewhere, how I got that gash in my head. But yeah, it was a drive-by shooting. I got shot in my thigh. Bullet stopped in my stomach, like I said. Okay, so ambulance came. I passed out, like I said, so they came and brought me back to and asked me my name, do I know what happened, and what year it was. I answered everything, but I told them I can't breathe. So they put the oxygen back on me. And I mean, after that, everything was blurry. I was just in and out of conscious. And then, plus they had me on some of the best medication, you know, that they can give you. Basically, I was out of it. I was high. They had me sedated. And I remember, like I said, I was going in and out, so I was hallucinating, but at the same time, I remember people coming in and out of the room to see me and all that. So after some time, the doctors had to stop the traffic from coming in and out of the room to see me because it was, they say it was affecting my blood pressure. It was rising my blood pressure, so they had to end our visitations for a while. And okay, but I was at St. Mary's. I stay in Saginaw, so I was at St. Mary's for like 2 weeks. And the time I was here at St. Mary's, you know, they I got first I was cut open from my chest cavity to my pelvis down here, you know, all that was, my whole stomach was wide open. They had me on the these nets. They had me on a ventilator pump with the little with the wound vac. Like I said, I was out of it, but I can remember that they had me on that pump, so my stomach was wide open because I was going in and out of surgery every day, a lot. Sometimes 2-3 times a day, because they was trying to stop the bleeding in my stomach area, you know. So, and throughout that time, they cut my leg off above. They cut it off twice. When St. Mary cut off once, and then when I went to U of M, they cut off the rest. But when I was here, they cut it off above the knee. And they proceeded to tend back to my stomach area and not really pay much attention to my leg. So like I said, they cut my leg off above the knee, and not only that, when they cut it off, it was my birthday, July 23rd. I didn't know, but after I found out, it was kind of heartbreaking just to find out of all days for them to do that. My leg got cut off on my birthday. That was wild. But like I said, I didn't know until after the fact. But when I found out, still. So like I said, they cut half my leg off on my birthday. And St. Mary, they was basically they started saying it wasn't nothing else they could do, and a decision had to be made to pull the plug. Basically, they gave up. They did all they could do, but my mom, she wasn't going for that, so they had me airborne to U of M, to Ann Arbor, and I was down there. I was in Ann Arbor for like almost 6 months. I got out the hospital. I went to the hospital July 16th. I got shot July 16th. And I got out the hospital. I got shot July 16th, 2006. And I got out the hospital December 20th, 2006. Because that's my youngest son's birthday. So I got out then. But, yeah, so as I went to Ann Arbor, I was still heavily sedated, still going in and out of conscious. I'm going to tell y'all about some of my hallucinations. Maybe a different story time. I'll see once I get towards the end how much time we have. But yeah. Like I said, I was in the hospital for almost 6 months. And I had a trachea in my throat. I have the hole here. You can't see it, but it's there. So I couldn't talk until October. I either had to write it down or point or something. So I couldn't talk for a while because of that. But it was different stages of the trait. The first stage, I couldn't talk at all. The second stage, if you plug it, I could get a couple words in. So it did come to a point where I was starting to able to talk. But it came off completely in October. And from the bullet stopping in my stomach, I had to have a colostomy bag, which is gone now. And they said that was going to be, they just said I was going to have that for the rest of my life. But it's gone. And that was worse than anything, that colostomy bag, boy. Because that really slow your life down. And, the time I was in the hospital, it really showed you who your friends is. It really show you who in your corner, by your visits and the people that call you and check on you, come see you, call your moms and check on you or check on her, see how everybody doing. It really separates the real from the fake. But okay, yeah, I am. I'm about to tell you one of my hallucinations. Hopefully I can remember it and stay on topic. Okay, it was this, the one I remember, it's like I was somewhere on vacation. And I had got in the pool. And just out of nowhere, I started growing like wood, pointy wood, I sneezed. Pointy little wood chips was growing out of my skin. And it was horrendous. It was painful. So and somehow I was in the hospital, and somehow the doctor said they could fix me. And but my mom was skeptical. But now that I think about it, I think that was me getting sent to Ann Arbor. But how my hallucination was going, it's like the doctors kidnapped me to take me to their facility so they could cure me. And they wouldn't let nobody ride with me. So they was like, they was chasing, it was like a big old medical RV or something. So they was like chasing the RV, which in all reality, like I said, I think that was me getting airborne to Ann Arbor. And okay, yeah, so they like kidnapped me and took me to their facility. And then once my people got there, they was trying to locate me, but I wasn't in the they didn't have me in the system. And come to find out, I was from me getting shot and not knowing who shot me, they had me what they call it, some type of like witness stuff, some type of like protection stuff, to where like I was like a John Doe. They didn't have my regular name for a while. You couldn't call or nothing, and the room number or anything, it wasn't on record. And okay, that was my hallucination. Okay, I'm trying to get back on topic. Where was I at? Oh yeah, I was the tray. Okay, yeah, I had to try. I couldn't talk, and well, when I found, okay, I didn't find out about my leg getting cut off until I was at Ann Arbor, and by then, my whole leg was gone by then. But do you know, the whole time I was laying in the bed, I never thought to lift up the covers so I could look at my leg. Honestly, you know, this is another story time too. Or maybe I'll see. Cause I might have time. But honestly, reality didn't set in for me until I came home. So that's when reality set in. All the time I was in the hospital, I was cool. I was straight, you know. Everything was just, it was real, but everything just didn't set in for me. Until the day I came home. Now, the day I came home, I got some. Now, when I was, like, I had to learn everything over. You know how a baby gotta learn everything for the first time? That's basically how I was. A lot of stuff I had to learn over. Either I had to teach myself, or I was shown. Because honestly, one thing I did think though, like, I thought, which things are different, but I thought my life was basically my life was over. I wasn't going to be able to do nothing. How I thought in my head, but it just I call it remixing it. You know, I got to do things a little different than original, a lot of things. So, but it can be done. I gotta get my batter. Right here. It can be done. And most of my nurses and doctors that I can remember, they were some good nurses and doctors. I had a few that was sorry. They didn't, they was mean. Half did their job. But my favorite nurse I had out of all of them, her name was Cindy. I haven't seen Cindy in a long time. Well, since then. But yeah, that was my favorite nurse, Cindy. Cindy was nice. Cindy was real nice. I like to meet Cindy, to talk to her or something, see if she remembered me. But she wasn't the only one that was good, but that was just my favorite. Yeah, I remember the first time I had to get out the bed. From me laying in the bed from all those months. Oh, that was excruciating. My body was so tight and just bent out of shape in a ball. Cause that's where I was at. That's when I had to start having therapy by the bedside before they take you to occupational therapy. You gotta have therapy by the bedside where you just sit up and just basically just sit there. You might wanna kick your legs out of your arm, do the little weight band, and at first I couldn't move my leg at all. So, and that was another thing too. What they said, I may not never get the feeling and the movement in my leg back from the nerve damage, and I still have nerve damage, but I got a lot of that back. So another thing, a lot of times, them people don't be knowing what they be talking about. They go off their medical knowledge, but hey, you never know what God gonna do for you. He'll get you through it for sure. So, hey, whatever it is, you can get through it. And a lot of times, what helped me get through it a little bit, I just tell myself, there's always somebody worse off than you. So that cut off a lot of my complaining. So, cause somebody always doing worse than you, so ain't no need to complain about what you going through. So yeah, that was my my hospital experience. It's some more. It's a lot more. I just can't think of it. But yeah, coming home from the hospital, nah, that was real. That's when everything set in for me. And when I got out the hospital, I didn't even recognize a lot of my surroundings in my own city, which it took me a little while. I had to adjust. Like when we got off the highway back to the city, it was like a new place to me. Yeah, it was like a whole new place for me. had to and um and but like I said, it's like I don't know. I was just in some type of trance while I was in the hospital. But once I got home and got in my room, and my hospital bed was in there set up, you know, because I couldn't lay flat or nothing really. So everything was in there set up, you know, wheelchair, and that's another thing. From walking to learning how to move around in a wheelchair, get through nooks and crannies and tight spots, man. But like I said, sitting in my room, I was like, damn. I just started crying. I ain't gonna lie. A tear just came out. I was like, man, my life over. What I'm gonna do? I know, like I can't. What I say? What was I thinking? Like, I can't even play with my kids. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, you know, I was just thinking like I gotta just be dependent on people for the rest of my life, and I can't do nothing. You know, that was my thought at the time. You know, but so I just used a lot of them same thoughts as my motivation. You know, me not wanting to be dependent on people. You know, me wanting to get out and do things by myself. Those fears I had was like motivation for me to keep. The camera had timed out on me. But like I was saying, yeah. What was I at? But yeah, that's when reality set in. When I was up in there, I was sitting in my room. Was that where I was at? Yeah. And then I thought since I had came home, I'd get more visits then. Nope. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I didn't get none. I did. I got some visits. But you know how I be. I guess there's certain people who maybe you was expecting to come through, they ain't come through. But you know, it is what it is. You know, we all have our own life to live, and you either roll with it or you get left behind. You get rolled over, as the saying go. But let's batter this fish up. And like I said, though, when I came home, that was my son's birthday. And, well, my kid's birthday is December 20th and December 21st. So they had a birthday party. I think it was the next day. The next day, or that weekend, however it fell. I went to the party, though. And it was awkward. Everything was just, I had to just get used to being back in the world. Like I said, everything just looked different to me. I was gone for so long, just in the hospital. This bag might be too small. Get that covered real good. Pepper in my nose. I like my fish crispy. How y'all like y'all fish? Go and drop a comment and let me know. Man, like I said, most of the nurses was good, but it was some bad ones. I wish I could think of that nurse name. Cause this one I had a feeding tube in my nose. And it felt like the tube was sliding out. Cause you know they had a tape on there. And the tape came off. So I paged the nurse, or I paid for somebody to come to tape it for me. And she didn't tape it how it was. And I said something to her about it. You know, I said, well, usually they do it like this or go like that or something like that. So she got mad. I could tell she was mad because the way she had started doing it, you know, she like snatched it and she was a little rough. So I asked her, I was like, you're not mad, is you? Because you showed being a little rough. She was like, no, I'm fine. I'm not mad. That was the only time, the first and last time I ever had her. I guess she said she didn't want to be my nurse no more. Yeah. Let me see. I got a bunch more. Let me see what I can think of right quick. I can get two more in there. I'm back. I'm preparing these potatoes, baked potatoes. I'm putting it in the microwave quicker. Got my little, of course, my little salt. first time checking it. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna turn it up. I got it on 350. I'm finna put it on 375. Speed that process up. Pepper in my nose. Ooh. But yeah, like I said, I use a lot of my fears and all that as motivation to help me prosper and to get over certain things. What's the methods that y'all use that help y'all get through? Let me know. Comment down in the comments. And let me know what you do or what you have done in the past to help you get over or get through something. For the meantime, between time, I'm gonna cut it right here, and when I come back, I'm gonna have food ready to eat. Get back with you, good people. Already. Potatoes done. Fish get there. Hard to find a spoon. Not quite. Like a good buttered baked potato and sour cream. That's all I really need. But let me add a little cheese to it. I can eat that by itself. pie, yeah. I see it. Good fish, the baked potato. Let me see. Hold on, let me turn down the ISO. Oh, this is sour cream. Put cheese in there. Live a little. This is my dinner today, something light. Yeah. So that's it for the day. Good baked potato and fish. A little bit of whiting, tilapia, and catfish. And I gave y'all a little story time with it. So again, I appreciate you. And if you ain't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Comment, like, whatever you want to do. If you dislike it, comment and let me know. You didn't like it. Either way. Dinner right here. I'm about to dive in. Alright, y'all. Already.